yo, and hello, and welcome to the 82nd episode of GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go for free every Wednesday in audio format on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast directories, and in video format on YouTube, so you can see us in stunning HD. This show is two childhood BFFs bringing you all things video games. You can find us online at createforsanity.com, where you can listen to episodes, subscribe for behind-the-scenes news, read rad articles, and buy sick t-shirts from our shop. Also, be sure to join the community in the Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. I'm one of your hosts, Jamal Aljaafreh, alongside Brent. Boy, he told you. Bass.
Boy, he did. He told you. He done told you.
And look at you now. Nah.
Look at you now.
Look at you now.
What's up, guys? What's up, Jamel? What's up, what's up, everyone listening?
Yeah, all the listeners.
How's it going? I'm talking to you on that.
I was waiting. I was kind of.
I was gonna let them have a chance to respond in their car. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna pull a Blue's Clues. You know, like you just
a clue.
Where's it at? Oh.
Oh.
Over there. Yeah, but yeah, so it's been pretty good, dude. A lot of great things happening in the Nintendo world for me right now, but I'll talk about that later.
A lot of great things happening in the VR world for me right now, but I'll talk about that later.
Yeah. And before we jump in, Thomas, we tried to, or we told you we would watch The Lobster.
I totally forgot. The second I committed to that, I forgot immediately.
Brent immediately forgot. So this week I'm gonna remind him. I started watching it.
Give me a hint of what I'm in for, Jamel. Is it like a horror movie? What is this?
No, it's like, first off,
like Finding Nemo. What am I? Is it like the Human Centipede? What are we?
No. Well, basically, that's what I thought. I thought we were going into some weird animal gore.
That's what I'm thinking, like Tusk or something. You know?
No. So basically, it's like this British movie, and this guy, his wife just died, or not just died. His wife just left him or something, and dude's played by Colin Farrell. He goes to this place where you have to find a mate within a certain amount of time, or you turn into an animal. I really have no fucking clue what's going on.
Okay, I'm hooked. I'll watch it.
John C. Reilly's in it.
Oh, I love that. I love John C. Reilly. Okay, I'm watching this.
Yeah,
I'm watching this.
Really weird, dude. But anyways, yeah.
The next episode, we'll be talking about that for sure.
Yeah, and it'll get...
Wow. Man, dude, did you see that crazy fight?
No, dude, what happened? No, I'm just kidding. No, I saw it.
You saw it?
Who are you rooting for?
I was rooting for Khabib, man.
Really? You were all about the Biebs?
I can't stand Conor McGregor, dude. He's always talking shit and then getting beat up, you know? It's just like the last fight. It's just like the Floyd Mayweather fight.
I think that's a little different.
No, it's totally...
Because it was like a boxing match. You know?
Well, I mean, he did just as bad.
True. I think everyone knew he was going to get his ass kicked. Though.
My thing is, he goes up to these people who are just totally undefeated, fucking untouchable, and he just talks shit, dude.
Yeah,
but see,
lots
the thing
of bad
is,
shit.
I don't know, man. He just talks shit to the wrong person. You saw the whole thing where he, jumped out of the ring and beat the shit out of fucking...
Are we talking about Khabib's team going hammer?
Dude.
On, all of his team.
That was ridiculous, man.
I feel like it's getting very WWE over at UFC right now. All this is just honestly, I kind of think it's staged.
Dude, no way, man. Because the thing is, they're almost at an Olympic level respect for the sport at this point. You know, they're finally getting recognized to the point where people, the mixed martial arts events can happen in New York. That just happened in the past few years. It was banned from New York. Fucking all this shit, and it's it's finally getting to a point where it's respected as a real sport, and it's shit like this.
And then Khabib jumps over the fucking gate or cage.
And the thing is, everybody's mad at him. It's not this is oh publicity. Dana White is fucking pissed. You know what I mean?
I don't know about that. See, if I was Dana White and I was trying to pull WWE, I would say I was mad too.
Well, you got to look at like the fucking like Nevada State Athletics Commission and stuff too. It's not just like, you know,
just like
it's
for
not
fun.
just like them, you know, like there's like, you know, levels to this shit. Like there's like government shit involved where like
Drake was in the crowd, dude. We almost lost Drake.
We almost lost Drake. That was an excellent night of fights, though. Like, that wasn't the only good. First of all,
Derek Lewis, dude.
Oh my god, you saw that?
Oh
that
my
was
gosh,
so great, dude.
So dope.
And the interview afterwards was so good.
My balls was hot.
My balls was hot, dude. Fuck yeah.
He's from Houston, dude.
I know. I love that.
I just want to go
man.
meet him now.
Me too, dude.
Like that. It's such like an underdog like situation.
Dude,
it's like
yeah, he was getting
last
beat
minute,
up, dude.
You know,
he's so good. I love him.
Knockout. No, but yeah, dude, we should totally just become UFC fighters. It's easy.
It's easy.
You just wake up, punch a couple of bags.
Hey,
suddenly,
Derek Lewis is the number 2 freaking contender in the world right now, and like he's only been at it for like 5 years.
Yeah,
so,
and he was saying he was like practicing like 30 minutes a day. Like he's like, yeah, I'm definitely
he practices 30 minutes a day. He was like, yeah, I was trying to do an hour for this fight, but
didn't happen. He's like, yeah, I wasn't eating right either.
It's like half of these people in the UFC literally spend all day, every day training, and like they have like people that are like managing their diets for them and shit. Yeah. This dude wakes up, he fucking runs on the treadmill for 30 minutes a day and fucking just beats everybody's ass.
He was like, see, I told y'all. He's like, I'm not that technical, but coming with the haymaker. No, but
I love that.
Anyways, yeah. So, yeah, that's what I was doing actually this whole week.
Yeah,
was just focused on that stuff. But let's jump into the video game news.
Oh
the
yeah,
important
a lot
news.
of good news this week. A lot of crazy, great news.
So good.
So good.
Before we jump in, though, just so you guys know, we're using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of the material as our own, except for our own commentary that we're putting on it. We're just talking about it, you know?
Yeah.
That's what we do. We just talk, man.
So without further ado, to do whatever they say.
I think it's ado.
I think it is, you know?
Further ado.
I think you could say it either way, and it would be okay. You know what I mean?
That's true, because there's not much further to do. No, I think it's further ado.
I've heard like people say it in like theater, you know, like without further to do, we bring to you. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. Maybe I feel like it could go either way. Either way, regardless.
Y'all let us know on the Facebook group. So, Sony has indicated it is in the midst of creating the follow-up to the PS4. Speaking in an interview with the Financial Times, company president Kenichiro Yoshida said, at this point, what I can say is it's necessary to have a next-generation hardware, but stopped short of outright saying a PS5 is in development. But,
I mean, give me that. You know what I'm saying?
We already knew. I feel
we
like
already know.
They didn't even. They've already technically officially.
I was about to say
this.
we knew this because there are developers out there that have the PS5 dev kits for fucking. You know what I mean? Like we know Bethesda has the next gen PS5 dev kit.
And
like,
at E3 they said that.
Yeah.
You know, like both sides were like, yeah, that'll come to next gen.
So I mean, you know. No surprise there, guys.
No.
If you are into the Exorcist VR on PSVR and you've been patiently waiting for the last 2 chapters, you have no longer to wait. Just in time for Halloween, we have the last 2 chapters of the Exorcist VR showing up on the store. It's a little weird, though, because they're a little harder to find now, and they don't pop up in like the new games or anything, so you probably wouldn't know if I wasn't telling you. That's why I'm telling you. So, you know, go into the search and like search for The Exorcist, and you can find it from the actual game's main hub page. But yeah, I'm really excited to play them. They're only like $7 a piece, so I'm going to scoop those up later and get in there. But the first 3 chapters were some of the scariest shit I've ever played. So I'm really excited about the last 2.
They should do a the Grudge or the Ring VR. The Ring VR would be dope.
I think the Grudge would be scarier though, because you could do like a house setup like the paranormal, like you could set it up just like Paranormal Activity VR. Only I think the situations you would end up in would be a lot scarier in the Grudge.
See, the reason why I say the Ring is because I just want to watch the video. and see. I want to see.
And then wait for 7 days for the.
Yeah, it takes...
Actually, that would be tight. Okay. Hear me out. What if you have a game and it starts out and you're like watching the video? You know, like it starts out and it's like the 90s and you're coming home from Blockbuster or whatever, and you got like your fucking rental tape and you like go home and you pop it in with your friends and it starts the fucking Ring movie and you watch it. And then, like, you have to live out these 7 days, you know? And every day is, like, 15 minutes. It would be, like, a short experience type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But during your, like, 15 minutes, all kinds of creepy shit would happen to you in your house. Like, you know, like, she pulls the hair out of her mouth or whatever. You'd, like, pull the hair out of your mouth. It'd be in VR. That's what I'm imagining right now.
It's like a noodle, like
and so
pasta
you're pulling,
noodle
like, this
coming
noodle
out
of your fucking mouth. All kinds of crazy. It'd be tight.
Check it out. That same setup. That same situation. Except for it's 20 years from now, not in-game, but in real life, and you're using some type of AR method. And so, like, you watch it, and then real-time 7 days, like, slowly things start to get paranormal over 7 days.
Oh, but you're wearing an AR and you're, like, real world?
Yeah, so you're going about your normal-ass business, but you keep seeing, like, paranormal shit taking place around you.
Okay, I like that. And it, like,
eventually...
maps the TVs in your house and shit, so when it finally happens, it just...
And then you, like, end up killing your, like, best friend or something because you
That's why they
lose
wouldn't
your
be
mind.
able to do that, man. Fucking people would lose track of reality and shit.
Dude, so cool. I'm ready for that time. Anyways, Borderlands 2 is getting a virtual reality version.
Oh shit, boy!
Yep.
This is the most excited I've been in a long fucking time, dude. I've been wanting to talk about this all fucking day.
Now, the problem with this, though, there's no multiplayer. It's all single player.
I don't give a fuck,
That's
bro.
the whole point of Borderlands.
No, there's no multiplayer at launch.
No, well, that's not what it says. That's not what I read. I read there's just no multiplayer, and that they changed it up to make it work without multiplayer.
Well, either way, I'm totally okay with that. I mean, I most of the time when I play Borderlands, I'm playing solo anyway. You know what I mean? So
I feel that.
And dude, oh my god,
I'm riding solo.
Oh my god, dude, you have no idea how excited I am about this. Like, this is the one game I've been wanting in VR. Like, I feel like, first of all, the, like, cartoony graphics would be easy to have smooth textures and shit in VR. It's going to be really crisp looking, I bet.
Well, here are some of the things. The VR edition includes a feature that lets you slow down time, and it's called Badass Mega Fun Time, or
Fuck
BAMF.
Yeah.
Activating BAMF time will give you the speed and reflexes of a rabid skag, allowing you to dodge bullets, pull off 360 no-scope headshots, and even use your action skill to fight off hordes of bandits, bullymongs, and whatever else Pandora might throw at you.
Oh my god.
Gearbox producer Brian Burleson said in a blog post. Unlike the traditional Borderlands 2, the game VR edition is exclusively single-player. That meant Gearbox had to adjust character skills that required a co-op partner, including Maya's Res ability. In the VR edition, it's called Empathy, and it has a big change. It causes phase lock to deplete half your current health, damaging enemies based on how much health you lost, and doubling healing during BAMF time. But yeah, so this is going to be $50. And
dude, that's day one for me, dude. Like, I'm more excited for that than I am Skyrim VR or any of that bullshit. Like, that is so dope to me. Like, I've been saying they need to do that, and since they're doing it, it makes me feel like we got BioShock on the horizon, dude. I guarantee you, before the life cycle of the PSVR is done, there will be some kind of BioShock VR, dude. I guarantee
I would be down for that. See, that's already single player. Like, it'd just be a really cool experience.
It's obvious, you know, because you use both your hands. You know what I mean? Like, the power in one hand, the wrench in the other, or the gun, or whatever the fuck, you know? It makes sense for VR, you know?
It's easy. It's easily translatable.
Totally. Oh, it'd be so cool. But, dude, Borderlands, this is like a dream come true for me. I can't wait to ride around in my little car. Fucking
be in a cell-shaded world.
Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna be busting caps, dude, doing missions. I am gonna play this game from the inside out, dude. I'm so excited.
Hopefully it's as good as you're hoping.
I mean, it's Borderlands 2. I know exactly
No,
what I'm
I just mean
into,
like
you
the
know?
controlling, like, you know, you never know whenever something gets transferred over to VR.
I know it's gonna have multiple control options. So I know that you are going to have the option to either use the Move controllers, which I assume you'll be able to use to move the gun around and aim like
that would be cool.
Yeah, so I think that'll be fun. But if it's not, if for some reason that sucks ass, they're going to also have the DualShock controller, so you can just aim with your head like Resident Evil style, which sounds like it would be hard, but it's not.
Well, not with Banff time.
Well, actually, I don't know. Even if it was just a normal game, it's like easy. It's easier because like I don't know. You can just like laser people. It's like looking at them and like you die. I don't know. Like
that or it'd be cool if they somehow made that gun work with it. The
aim.
The aim.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would be sick. That's always what I've been dreaming, but it's not gonna have aim support at launch, unfortunately. I've already looked at the pre-order thing in the PlayStation Store. Dude, I want it so bad, though.
Well, it's coming your way.
Got too many good games coming, man.
All right, what you got over there?
Oh, let's see. Okay, here we go. Numerous game companies believe that streaming technology is the future. Now, Microsoft has announced its own approach to the streaming video games. Project xCloud.
Ooh.
Sorry.
I like eggs.
The project aims to bring console-quality games to PC, console, and smartphone devices, and will be rolling out public trials starting in 2019. As detailed in the announcement, players will be able to use an Xbox One controller to connect to supported devices. Smartphones can be used via Bluetooth, and a small attachment connects the controller to the phone for ease of use. If you don't have an Xbox One controller, touch controls are also available. The service uses Microsoft's Azure as a backbone to set up new data centers, with customized hardware that uses the parts of multiple Xbox One consoles. Azure has data centers in 140 countries, so Microsoft feels it is already in a strong position to roll out the service wide scale. It's also developing ways to combat latency, with current tests running at 10 megabits per second. The ultimate goal is to make streaming available on 4G networks. Microsoft also notes that the intention is for developers to be able to make their games available through xCloud without requiring any additional work from them, not unlike how it handles backwards compatibility on Xbox One. Similarly, last week Google announced its own Project Stream, using Assassin's Creed Odyssey to issue a technical test. PlayStation Now, meanwhile, has offered streaming games for quite a while, but recently began offering the option of downloading instead. So it looks like Xbox is going to get its own streaming service, and it will be extended to like phones and stuff. And it's interesting to think: are we going to be able to play like Halo on our phone pretty soon? You know?
Yeah, I think that's the point. It's like so you can just play anything you own on Xbox on anything else.
But see, like, think about how cool that is, and like, okay, think about this for a second. It's not just like, oh, I can download Halo and play it. Like, I can stream Halo on my phone.
Yeah, from that service. I'm confused if do you have to have an Xbox One for this to work?
No, I don't believe so. I think you just need a high-quality tablet or phone or PC or an Xbox One.
Because I feel like what would be the point of buying an Xbox One if you could just buy it for your fucking phone? You know, like buy a controller and just play it there. Like, I don't understand how this works. You have to own the game and an Xbox One to then stream it to other things. Like, that's my question.
I don't think you have to own an Xbox One at all. I think you just have to pay for the service.
That would be really cool.
You know?
It's going to change the world.
I think if you do have an Xbox One, it's one more medium you could play on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy. That's really crazy.
So, I mean, it'll be interesting because, you know, if it can compete with PlayStation Now, then, you know.
Be moving on up.
Very interesting.
So, Bethesda has shared more details on how microtransactions work in Fallout 76. The microtransaction currency in Fallout 76 is called Atoms. Bethesda boss Pete Hines told Microsoft's Larry Major Nelson Herb These atoms can be spent on things like new outfits and skins. You can earn these atoms in the game by completing tasks, or you can buy them outright with real money. Bethesda hasn't said yet, hasn't provided any specifics on atom pricing, however. Whatever the case, Hines suggested Bethesda will be generous with atoms, telling Major Nelson that Fallout 76 will, quote, throw them at you all the time. Atoms are things that we use and hand out as you play the game. Quite honestly, we throw them at you all the time, he explained. You get them as little rewards leaving the vault, or the first time you kill a creature, or the first time you pick fruits or vegetables from somewhere. It's a little challenge reward. Atoms are used in our shop to buy cosmetics. So, new outfits or skins or things like that. But basically, that's it.
Cool.
And if everyone who pre-orders Fallout 76 on Xbox One gets 500 atoms right away.
Oh, dope. Yeah. For those of you that don't know, speaking of Fallout 76, there was a lot of people from the press got to play like a little 3-hour demo of it pretty recently. So there's lots of new footage floating around out there. If you're interested, definitely recommend checking it out on YouTube.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of people's thoughts on it. I only saw like one dude's, and he wasn't all about it. But I mean, that was one person. Have you seen any like good stuff about it?
Yeah, I've heard a couple people say they really enjoyed it. I've heard some people say that I watched this one guy from IGN, and he said he was like really enjoying a lot of different things about it. But, like, one of the things he didn't like was, like, the inventory management system and how cluttered it can get and stuff. But then, I don't know, he had a lot of pros and cons.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Everybody, like, I've seen, like, at least 4 or 5, like, positive videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm sure anything that's messed up right when it comes out will be fixed very soon after.
For the most part, everybody seems to be in like a consensus that it kind of plays like Fallout 4, though. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I've had a lot of people say like, or heard a lot of people say that like, if you like the core gameplay feels like Fallout 4, like, walking around, shooting, going through your Pip-Boy to change shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
All that stuff feels like really normal.
Well, that's good.
You do have to eat and stuff, which is like new to people. And they brought back the weapon damage thing from Fallout 3. You know what I mean? Where you have to repair your weapons with like other weapons, which I kind of liked from Fallout 3 personally.
Yeah, same.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be fun interacting with people online.
Definitely.
Let's see. But speaking of Fallout 76, here's my little chunk of Fallout 76 news. Pete Hines. They're talking to Pete Hines about the mods, because they've been saying like Fallout 76 is gonna have mods, and everybody's like, well, how does that even make sense?
Yeah.
With being an online game. And Pete Hines was like, well, you can only use mods in private servers.
Yeah, of course.
There you go. Boom.
News.
So
it looks like some kind of announcement about the Call of Juarez franchise is on tap. The Call of Juarez Facebook page recently updated for the first time in more than 5 years with new images that could point to an upcoming announcement. The game's Facebook page added a banner of Call of Juarez gunslinger main character Silas Greaves with the tagline, quote, "Legends never die." Another image shows Greaves standing over a canyon with the quote, "I haven't been here in many years." I haven't been here in many years. Named Silas Greaves. That is a direct quote from the opening cinematic of 2013's Gunslinger, a digital-only game that introduced players to the gunslinger himself. This quote, along with the art that shows Gunslinger's stylized approach, seems to suggest the announcement could be about a Gunslinger sequel or remaster. No official announcements have been made yet, however. There was an update. It says Techland has now followed this up with a video referencing Red Dead Redemption 2, which I didn't see that video. I don't know what that means.
I don't know, man. It really sounds to me like they're going to launch another Call of Juarez pretty soon, which I'm not opposed to. Like, I really enjoyed the first 2 Call of Juarez games, even though, like, if I were to go back and play them now, they'd probably be shit, Yeah. But, like, as a kid, I love that shit,
And I'm sure they'd be able to bring it up to today's standards You know?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
There's quite a few Call of Juarez games, believe it or not. There's like 4, I think.
Call of Juarez?
Call of Juarez? I don't know. It's a pretty fun little series.
Yeah. What you got?
Yeah, let me find out. Shit. Yeah, I don't know. Call of Juarez was one of those that, like, I don't know. There's not a lot of, like, first-person shooters that are, like, Westerns. You know what I mean? So that was
Yeah,
cool.
I barely remember that game. I remember it came out, like, sometime around the same time as Oblivion, right? Like, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just remember it looking similar, but, like, Western.
Yeah. Okay, Fortnite has a quad rocket launcher coming soon, and it might already be in. Probably will be by the time you're listening to this. But from what I understand, it shoots 4 rockets at the same time. So
Nice. I feel like they're
You might
adding
as-
a new gun every week.
they are, but they're also like taking out a gun every week. So I mean, like, you know,
Like the Netflix of guns.
they really are. They're constantly like swapping guns out, but it keeps it fresh, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
But I wouldn't expect the quad launcher to be there long. It sounds like it's super OP, and most of the time when something's super OP, it's gone in the next week or two. So
Yeah, that's crazy. I just find that, like, that would get annoying. Like, you could never get good with one thing
yeah, that's the problem.
before they just, like,
They
take it
took the
away.
bounce pads out because people were like figuring out how to do really cool shit with them.
Don't do cool shit in this game. No. Numerous game companies. Oh wait, nope. We've already talked about that. Cyberpunk 2077 developer CD Projekt Red has hired Canadian studio Digital Scapes to work alongside the Polish developer on the much-anticipated role-playing game. Digital Scapes worked with another Polish studio, Techland, on Dying Light's Be the Zombie PvP mode, but there's no word yet on how Digital Scapes is contributing to Cyberpunk 2077. But yeah, apparently people think it has something to do with a multiplayer thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of CD Projekt Red, the wildly successful Witcher game series may have carved out a serious fan base on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and other consoles. But it all began with a book by Polish author Andrzej Sapkowski. Sorry, I have no idea how to say that.
Sapkowski.
Sapkowski? That's got to be Sapkowski. Anyways.
And disease.
Now Sapkowski says he hasn't been fairly compensated for developer CD Projekt Red's use of his story.
Oh, shit.
And he's asking for a considerable amount of money to make up for it.
Let me guess the amount. I'm going to say 300 million.
No, not that considerable.
3 million.
Maybe more considerable than that.
Damn. 10 million.
Oh, more considerable than that.
Are you serious? This guy's a fool. Like,
for real, though.
Did he even, like...
What does he think that, like, they're just making, like, fucking...
They're just rolling in fucking cash.
That's, like, all the money they've made from it. Like, no, they probably made a lot of money. But still, it's... Come on, dude.
I mean, like, did he sign something saying that they could use it?
Yeah, he did.
Then how can he go back on that?
Well, here you go. Let me tell you about it.
Okay, tell me.
It says, let's see, he's asking for a considerable amount of money. Project Red, legal demand for $16 million. While the studio says it legitimately and legally acquired the rights to use The Witcher story, Sapkowski insists he's entitled to more because of a Polish act on copyright and related rights. Sapkowski's lawyer says, quote, it may be invoked when the compensation remitted to the author is too low given the benefits obtained in association with the use of that author's work. Essentially, because The Witcher is so successful, now even spawning an upcoming TV show starring Henry Cavill, Sapkowski feels he's legally entitled to more compensation than he received. While it's not a lawsuit yet, there is indication that Sapkowski could turn this into one if CD Projekt Red doesn't come through. Meanwhile, the company said on its website that it was committed to keeping good relations with the authors of works that have inspired its creations. Consequently, the board will go to great lengths to ensure amicable resolution of this dispute. However, any such resolution must be respectful of previously expressed intents by both parties, as well as existing contracts, the studio added, also suggesting that $16 million is simply too much money.
Sapkowski was found dead 3 days later. No,
Right.
No, that's... I don't know. I mean, like, what do you do in that situation? I mean, who do you sue? They're making a TV show out of it. And I feel like it's not like like, I don't think Netflix went to the video game creators. They probably went to him, right? So he's probably getting money from the Netflix thing.
I don't know, man. I want to say that they bought the rights to it.
They
all together.
Like, completely.
I don't know, though.
If that's the case, he just needs to shut the fuck up and move on. I mean, that's like fucking George Lucas trying to go back and get Star Wars after he just sold it. Like, you can't. Like, it's over. I'm sorry.
I mean, he's been bitching about the Witcher game for, like, years now. I mean,
Really?
It's not just this. Like, so way before this, he's been saying how The Witcher was, like, not good and it was, like, disrespectful to the source material and blah, 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 blah. And, like, it's really not. They did a great job with the game. He just doesn't like video games.
It's like, dude, no one would even know who the fuck you are or who the
That's
fuck
what
any
I'm
of your
saying.
shit is.
Nobody would give a shit about the Witcher. First of all, it's probably boosting sales for the Witcher book, which he's definitely getting some kind of royalty from. You know what I mean?
And it took 3 games before anyone even gave a fuck about your shit anyways.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think anybody would be buying the Witcher books if it wasn't for those games? Like, you know what I mean?
What are you talking about, dude? I was there before the games. It's like the 2 guys.
That's like the fucking Game of Thrones guy bitching because like the fucking show came out and made his books super. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
He might be involved.
He didn't complain. No,
he might be involved in making the show. Actually, I don't know.
He is.
Yeah,
they're like waiting on him.
I was about to say
they were waiting on him.
My bad. Yeah, never mind. Just kidding.
It's like
bad
anime.
example.
No. Anyways, Mike Morhaime has officially stepped down from his position as president of Blizzard. The position will be filled by J. Allen Brack, now the former executive producer for World of Warcraft. Quote, thanks to Mike Morhaime's wonderful stewardship and masterful job of building a truly extraordinary team, epic games, and a global community of beloved players, Blizzard is one of the very best game companies in the world, said Bobby Kotick, CEO of Activision Blizzard. Kotick followed...
Conceded much? No, I'm just kidding.
We are the greatest. Kotick followed the announcement with another that Alan Adam, Blizzard's founder, and Ray Gresko, Blizzard's chief development officer, would be joining Blizzard's executive leadership team. Following his announcement that he'd be stepping down, Morhaime posted a blog post on Blizzard's website. Quote, after many years of working with some of the industry's most talented people to create games and worlds for you to play in, I've decided it's time for someone else to lead Blizzard Entertainment. I will now serve as an advisor to the company I so love and admire, Morhaime wrote. Quote, Jay is an inspiring leader who has shown unwavering commitment to Blizzard's community in his 12 years with the company, Morhaime continued. His leadership on World of Warcraft leveraged his vision, creativity, and commitment to quality, and together with the rest of the dev team helped deliver an experience that is unprecedented in our industry. I couldn't be happier for Jay, and know that Blizzard will continue to make great games with him at the helm.
Awesome.
Yeah. Sure someone out there cares. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So EA has detailed its plans for the EA Access service through October and November, including some special early access to Battlefield 5. The game is set to launch on November 20th, but EA's subscription service members can try it for up to 10 hours starting on November 9th. As per usual, when your time is up, you can carry over your progress to the full game if you choose to purchase it. So, you know, if you got EA Access out there and you want to get that 10-hour free sample of the new Battlefield game, check it out.
Yeah, do it. So The Walking Dead creator Robert Kirkman's company Skybound Entertainment has announced it has partnered with Telltale Games to finish the studio's Walking Dead the final season.
Hey.
Quote,
good.
We've successfully negotiated with Telltale Games for our company Skybound to come in and see season 4 of the Telltale game to completion, Kirkman said during an appearance at New York Comic Con. Quote, we can't lose Andrew Lincoln and Clementine in the same year. Skybound has been involved with Telltale's The Walking Dead franchise since the start. After Telltale announced it was dwindling down last month, many wondered about the fate of The Walking Dead the final season. Telltale announced that it was working with multiple potential partners to finish the series, and it appears Skybound was among them. Skybound confirmed that it is working with members of the original team at Telltale, but it remains to be seen if this includes some or all of the affected developers. More than 200 people lost their jobs at Telltale, and a portion of them were working on the Walking Dead game. When Telltale announced the majority studio closure, it seems likely that some of the affected staffers on the Walking Dead team sought other work. According to reports, Telltale paid no severance, blah, blah, blah. According to Skybound, answers will come in due course. Quote, we're currently ironing out some of the details as this is a pretty major deal, so we'll have more info on the who, what, where, when, how very soon as those details are finalized, the studio said. We appreciate your patience during this process.
Skybound has worked with Telltale for a while now. You know what I mean? They've been involved in like most of the projects.
Yeah, it says it belongs to the guy who made The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't know he had anything to do with video games, though.
Right?
So.
I guess I think they're working on a different Walking Dead game. Also,
yeah,
that one that was supposed to come out and
never came out. Yeah. Anyways.
Let's see. A reoccurring issue for any online game, particularly one that has achieved the level of worldwide popularity that Fortnite has, is hackers.
Ew.
Hackers who use exploits to give themselves an unfair advantage over other players. In an effort to further bolster Fortnite's security, developer Epic Games has announced it has acquired the anti-cheat company Camu via TechCrunch. Camu is a Finland-based company and the creator of the easy anti-cheat service Epic already employs for Fortnite. Camu's team and tools have been key to building a vibrant Fortnite multiplayer experience that's fair for all players, Epic founder and CEO Tim Sweeney said in a press release. Building and launching games today is incredibly challenging, and only half of the battle. Camu's tools for managing live games help developers grow and sustain their games successfully after launch.
Cool. So now they have like a forever anti-cheat thing.
Exactly. And but they probably also have the funds to help boost Camu. I'm sure they're going to help sell that shit to other games too.
Oh yeah.
They're not just going to like hog the anti-cheating shit.
No, they're just going to make money off of it, dude.
Ballin'. I think that's all the news I got.
That's all the news I got,
but
too.
I just want to say one more time before the news is over that I'm fucking psyched about Borderlands 2 VR. And I'll probably be talking about it until it comes out and after it comes out. So
all the normal people are like, God, why? No,
just letting you guys know that I'm fucking psyched.
Dude, Brent's fucking psyched,
I'm
dude.
Fucking psyched.
He's about to hack into your mainframe and plant a little VR seed,
bro.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's it for the gaming news. We're going to jump into this week's releases where I tell you guys what games or what new games are going to be coming out in the next 7 days. We're going to kick it off with Call of Duty Black Ops 4. It's coming to Xbox One, PS4,
shit.
and PC on October 12th for $59.99.
Dope.
Yeah, and I don't really need to talk about this. You guys know what that is. And if you don't play video games. Not saying that you should play Call of Duty. It's just you should know about Call of Duty. Like, it's like one of those things. Like, yeah.
It's like Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
You might not listen to Justin Bieber, but you should know who Justin Bieber is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like almost like living under a rock is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's
basically, you're fucking dumb. If you No,
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
You're ignorant. Okay. Yeah, but,
what are you doing listening to this podcast?
You don't know what Call of Duty is. Okay. And then we got Kursk. That's Kursk. 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 Is coming to Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Mac on October 11th for $12.99. Kursk is a survival adventure game that looks at the tragedy of the historic Kursk, K-141 submarine ship tragedy from a new angle.
Oh.
The game combines first-person
That's
action
funny.
with a heavy focus on a carefully crafted story and an engrossing gameplay. Can you imagine being in a fucking submarine, like, and shit goes wrong? Like, and you
I
know
can
you're about
definitely
to die?
imagine it.
That'd be the most terrifying thing in the world. Like the pressure, like fucks up or something.
The doors like smashing in, and suddenly just water spilling in from every angle.
No, I'm talking about dying from like the pressure from like because like say like the
okay,
they fuck up with like the pressure levels or whatever, and you got like 200 pounds coming from every direction, like just to crush you alive.
I don't think it would work like that, bro.
It does actually. That's why you have to be like if you're super deep. That's why you have to be in a fucking submarine because of the pressure. You're in a pressurized cabin.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think it's like the pressure would crush you like as you like sunk down. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man.
Well, you're already down though. You're already down in the pressure. Like you're already there, dude.
But like, I just don't feel like you just like instantly like smash. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
I don't think you'd like I don't know
I don't
what
think you
that
just,
would
like,
look
crumble up into a ball. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm talking about from the water itself. Like,
I mean, that would suck ass, bro. Like,
we need to figure this out because this is a nightmare I have. You know, of like being in this tiny claustrophobic tube in the dark, deep depth of the ocean.
I think you would probably drown, you know, or suffocate, which would be horrible. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Before we go on with this, I want to put what would happen. Guys, this is for everyone. What would happen if a submarine, or if your submarine...
sank? Would sank be the right word? Because I guess they sink on purpose, right? Submarine got a hole in it.
I'm gonna put broke.
Broke. Just broke. What would happen if your submarine broke?
Let's see.
You guys, do you remember Ask Cha Cha, where you would text that number and then you'd get like an answer back about shit?
What is it? Oh yeah, dude. We need to text them. I feel like they would know. Let's see. Flooding. Maybe this is for... Okay, leaks are a nuisance, small ones. Flooding makes several things happen. The first thing is that somebody sounds the flooding alarm. This guy's getting into it. Worst case, the captain will order an emergency blow of the main ballast tanks to rapidly reach the surface. Oh, okay, so you're not ever going to, like, be... Like, I wonder if there's ever been, like, any casualties, like, just from a submarine, like, fucking up. You think they've always just been... I feel like
there's probably been some casualties from a submarine fucking up.
We're going to have to listen.
I bet it's not common. I bet it doesn't happen very often. But I bet it has happened. And I bet it's fucking fucked up.
I wonder what your ears feel like during, like, descent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how going up on a plane, it's like...
Yeah, it's probably just like that.
Damn.
I know that, like, even when I was in high school on swim team, we went to the A&M, like, diving well, and they had this 16-foot diving well. I dove down, like, fucking, like, 15 feet or some shit, and my ears popped. You know what I mean? And that was just, like, 15 feet.
That's... yeah, like, even the Goree pool is, like... only like 12 feet deep, and it's like it hurts. Like I feel
the pressure, you feel it. It's like whew.
Okay. I'm gonna find out more about that later. But anyways, Child of Light is coming to Switch on October 11th.
Oh, that's that one where you can like fly around as the little fairy, right? And then one of you is the
Child of
Light.
Child
of Light.
Yeah, and that's gonna be $19.99.
It's a pretty good little game.
It is. It's actually it's a nice little RPG. Mm-hmm. It's fun to play with someone else, like just have multiplayer going. Then we got Luigi's Mansion coming to 3DS on October 12th for $39.99, and that's the GameCube version.
Oh, this is like the OG GameCube version?
Yep.
Oh, sick.
Luigi steps out from the shadow of his brother Mario and into the gloomy shadows of a very haunted house in his first ever starring role. And then we got Starlink Battle for Atlas coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on October 16th for $74.99. In Starlink Battle for Atlas, players take control of a team of star pilots and search for ancient secrets on the worlds of Atlas. You choose your pilot, hull, wings, and weapons. Combine them to build a custom starship and lock into place atop your game controller. As you pilot your way to a nearby planet within the Atlas star system, you sense you're not alone. Suddenly, 3 enemy ships emerge from a nearby asteroid field, and it becomes very clear you are not welcome. You try to fight them off, but realize your current loadout isn't working in this situation. You make a lightning-fast decision, swap out your wings and weapons on the fly, and re-engage, as another epic battle begins to save the galaxy from Grax and the Forgotten Legion. This deep open-world space saga features smart building technology, empowering players to assemble and customize real-world physical starships. Each part attached to the starship appears instantly in-game, and players can experiment with different pilot abilities, weapon types, and status effects, and unleash devastating combos upon their enemies.
Dope!
Yeah, and that's gonna... I don't know if it's just the Switch version. I think it is, but there's gonna be a whole Star Fox, I guess, campaign.
Oh, yeah. I remember we were talking about this.
Yeah, it's gonna be dupe. And then
crossover. Hey, crossover.
And then we got Lego DC Supervillains coming to Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Switch on October 16th for $59.99. For the first time, a Lego game is giving players the ability to create and play as their own DC supervillain throughout the game.
What are they teaching these kids?
Villainy.
No, that's dope though.
Yeah. And then we got Heavy Fire, Red Shadow coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC on October 16th for $19.99.
I feel like I can just tell by the name of that game that it's going to be a bad game. Maybe call me crazy. I mean, watch it be Game of the Year, but fucking, I just
Heavy Fire, Red Shadow. It's the most generic words you can throw together.
It's like they went into video game name generator, dude. Fucking, do you know that's how Post Malone got his name?
Yeah, dude.
That fucking asshole, dude. I can't believe it.
You know that's how Pledge Defiance got their name.
Oh, man. Those guys were legends, though. Okay.
But, yeah.
Best band ever.
He's Post doesn't mean anything. Malone's my middle name, so Post Malone. Anyways, so an action-packed installment in the Heavy Fire shooter series, Heavy Fire Red Shadow is set in the not-so-distant future when tension between a bold North Korea and the United States have gone beyond their breaking point.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Players lace themselves up in the tattered combat boots of Sergeant Will, who narrowly survived a North Korean missile attack on Guam designed to knock out its defenses, and now finds himself almost single-handedly trying to repulse a large-scale North Korean raid. Step onto the unforgiving battlefield, establish a beachhead, and hold fast behind a turret-mounted machine gun. A brutal and unceasing onslaught of enemy forces will attempt to flank and eliminate Sergeant Will from every angle as he and a few surviving comrades rain hell upon anything that crosses their sights.
I wonder how Kim Jong-un feels about this.
He's just everyone hates me.
He flipped the fuck out about that fucking that movie with James Franco. I bet he doesn't even know about this, or else he'd be flipping the fuck out.
I guarantee you he doesn't know about the $20 game on Steam. I just doubt he cares.
But what if somebody was well, I guess they wouldn't, because nobody's allowed to play fucking video games or anything over there. But
there's yo,
boss, leader, they have a game now. They're playing a game. They're killing us in a game.
He's my God, this is an act of war.
The villainy.
And then we got Home Sweet Home coming to Xbox One, PS4, PC on October 16th for $29.99. Tim's life has drastically changed since his wife disappeared mysteriously. In one night, after suffering from the sorrow for a long time, he woke up in an unknown place instead of his house. While trying to escape from this place, he was hunted by a rancorous female spirit. Can he survive? Is this place actually his house? Does it relate to the disappearance of his wife? Some dark, sinister secret is hidden inside this house, and it won't be a place of happiness as it used to be any longer. Home Sweet Home is a first-person horror adventure game based on Thai myths and beliefs. Almost Thai myths and beliefs. The core gameplay focuses on storytelling and stealth to avoid perilous spirits hunting you. Moreover, few puzzles are added into the game, making gameplay more various. While playing this game, you will be thrilled by a horror Thai atmosphere, unpredictable, scary moments, and challenging gameplay. That's
that also
saying
sounds so terrible.
A horror U.S. atmosphere. Think about it that way. What
right? A horror tie.
Okay. And then we got Warriors Orochi Orochi 4 coming to Xbox One, PS4, Switch, and PC on October 16th for $15.99. Face an unfamiliar mystical threat with a new arsenal of magic in the 1 vs. Thousands action game sequel Warriors Orochi 4. Set in a world on the brink of chaos, heroes from across the warring states period of Japan and the Three Kingdoms era of China successfully defeat the evil Orochi and end his reign. After overcoming their desperate struggle to save the world, our heroes return to their respective eras, or so they think. These two worlds, merged by an unknown entity, are again threatened, and the heroes must find the key to restore them and return to their respective homes. As they begin to uncover the mystery surrounding their arrival in these new fused lands, their discoveries lead them to one deity, Zeus, the supreme god among gods.
Okay.
I have no idea.
That's random.
And then we got The Light Keeps Us Safe coming to PC on October 11th. Couldn't find a price for this. The sky has flickered and gone out. Only the light can keep us safe. And then you can't stay down there in the depths of the bunker. The food is gone, and the power can't last much longer either. Those things out there in the dark will only take so long to find their way in. It's time to go outside and face what's waiting for you out there. Maybe then you can go into the light like the others. The Light Keeps Us Safe is a procedurally generated apocalypse in which only the light can save us. Use stealth and evasion to avoid terrifying machines that patrol the desolate world and employ the powers of light to unpick their deadly traps. And then we got The Swindle coming to Switch on October 11th for $14.99. The Swindle is a steampunk cybercrime caper. Break in, hack their systems, steal their cash, and get out however you can. And then we got Penguin Wars coming to Switch on October 16th for $29.99. Penguin Wars is a remake of the classic released in 1985. The original rule of using 10 balls to throw at each other is still the core of the game. However, now you can evolve your characters in story mode and use those souped-up characters in both local and online gameplay against your friends. Cool. That's all the games coming this week, guys.
I guess nobody wanted to compete with Call of Duty, like.
No, definitely not. I mean, the Penguins are coming in hot, though. You know what I'm saying? So, we're gonna jump on over to what we are currently playing.
You want to kick it off?
Sure. So all week I've been playing Super Mario Party for the Switch.
Hey-oh.
That's my best Toad impression. No, it's amazing. I'm very happy with it. I do have some minor complaints, which is the fact that there's only 4 boards, like
at all?
At total. Yeah, there's only 4.
There's no like secret boards or anything?
Nope. Nothing. So I mean, like you unlock one of the one of them. One of them's locked whenever you first get it. You unlock it, and then that's the only one that has any diversity to it. Like whenever it comes to like the stars and stuff. So like the unlockable, board, you have it, basically you just keep going in a circle, and Toad has like 2 to 3 stars at a time, and then like the price of the stars changes like at the end of every turn, or every time somebody buys the 3 or whatever. Yeah, and that one's pretty cool, but the rest of the other 3 are exactly the same as,
Well, that sucks, but there is a whole lot of characters,
Yeah, and a lot of mini games too. There's 80 new mini games. They're all pretty fun.
Yeah.
And then there's there's a couple different modes. One of the bad things is you can't play online. The only thing you can do with the online play is play mini games together, which is really kind of infuriating.
Right. Why would they do that? What were they thinking?
The game's so pretty and it's so fun and it's so good, and my girlfriend keeps winning because she has better luck than me. And like it's just like there's something about it that like it draws me, and I love it. I want to play it all the time. I keep thinking about it all the time. When I'm at work, I'm like, man, I want to play Mario Party. But there's this thing that Nintendo does where they give you something and it's 98% amazing, but then they just leave out one thing that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, why would you leave out the online multiplayer aspect. What is that? Why?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would be that difficult either.
No,
you know?
it's not.
Like, the whole game is centered around multiplayer. Like, you couldn't just implement, like, a little bloop there and a bleep here and then bam, you know?
I feel like they just do it just to do it, just to fucking fuck with people.
Just to be like, hey, we're gonna do this. They still gonna buy that shit.
Yeah, or it's like we'll just save it for the next one. You know, it's like they'll keep coming back because we'll add little things each time. I don't know, but I love it. That's all I gotta say. I love that. I love it. Yeah, we played the other day.
Yeah, we got a chance to play a little bit together. It was fun.
Indeed.
Definitely looking forward to playing a little more when we get a chance. Let's see. But other than that, you know, let's see what I've been playing. I played that with Jamal a little, and then I got this game everybody's been raving about, Astrobot Rescue Mission, which is like
the way you said that almost sounds like you're not gonna rave about it.
No, I am.
Oh, okay. You're like this game that everyone's been raving about.
It's really good, dude. It's great. It's just a blast to play. It's really like lighthearted. It's like a platformer. It's got all the charm of like Super Mario Odyssey, but it's like all around you everywhere.
That's pretty cool.
You know what I mean? Like you have your little dude running and he'll run behind you and you like look over your shoulder and you see him run out that way. And like the object of the game is to find like these little robots that are hidden around the level, and you kick the robot and they have a little jetpack on and they like fly around the level and then like land in your controller and they join all their little robot buddies. So by the time you found like 5 of them, they like jump in the controller and they're like all waving to each other and stuff. And like, I don't know, it's so cute. It's like being inside of a Pixar. It's like a Pixar movie and Kirby like and Mario mixed together. Like all the coin collecting and platform jumping of Mario mixed with like the lighthearted childishness of Kirby mixed with like the animation style of like a Pixar movie like WALL-E. You know what I mean?
That sounds weird. That's not what I expected, but
it's all in VR, right? And it's all like, it's just so beautiful, dude. Like it's the most polished VR game I've ever seen. Like it's so pretty looking. Like, and I don't know, man. It's cute, dude. You like shoot your little rope out of your controller, and like you can get your little guy to walk on the rope, and you like flick the controller and fling him up in the air, and he'll grab like a coin. I don't know. You know, like that feeling you get when you like find a secret block in Mario, and it like pops out of the air, and like I don't know, you get like a vine that goes up in the air, and you climb the vine, and you're in like a cloud world. You know that wonderful feeling of discovery.
Yeah,
it's like they managed to take that feeling and bottle it up into a game, and like that whole game is just like that's the essence of this game is like that feeling. Like, you know what I mean?
That's pretty neat. And so like you actually move around and stuff.
Yeah, you control your little guy, right? You got your little.
Oh, so it's like a third person?
It's a third person.
Okay,
yeah, it's a platformer. And like you follow him kind of. It's got like a Crash Bandicoot kind of style where it like goes down a tunnel almost, you know what I mean? But it is like, I don't know, there's some parts where like you'll come up to like a wall, right? And you can like, it'll just look like a normal wall, and you like can physically smash your head through the wall and create like a path for your little guy to climb through and like go from.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Like there's shit like that. It's just
how creative.
Really, really cool. Like IGN gave it a fucking 9.0, you know, out of 10, which is unheard of for like VR games. You know what I mean?
It really is. That's pretty crazy.
So, I mean, it's definitely worth checking. It's one of those that you just won't, you wouldn't like understand why it's so cool until you jump in the VR. You know what I mean? It's like, and then you just get it. You know, it's like, okay.
Yeah, I feel like that's every VR game.
Oh, but you know what kind of pisses me off? I probably should have waited till it was on sale, because I'm sure it'll go on sale eventually, but it's still worth buying full price. But like I spent like $40 on fucking VR games last night, and then I wake up today and it's like PSVR's birthday, right? And they've got like every VR game ever made is on sale.
Damn, dude.
Like, so there's like all these games that I missed out on that I can go back and play for like pennies on the dollar now. And
would you have waited though, even if you knew? That's the thing. It's like,
I don't know, man. You know, when I hear people get excited, I almost bought Assassin's Creed Odyssey the other day because honestly, I've heard so many good reviews about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like, I'm kind of amazed at how much positive like feedback Assassin's Creed Odyssey is getting.
Getting a lot of 9s, dude. A lot of 9s.
Totally. And I think that's just because people are scared to give Assassin's Creed games a 10. Like it's
I've heard people compare it to like they were saying how if Origins was the reboot of 1, that this is the new 2. Like
hell yeah.
Which a lot of people, say Assassin's Creed 2 is the best. So
honestly, Assassin's Creed is one of those where I know if I wait long enough, I'll get that shit on sale. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried about it. I'll play it eventually. You know what I mean? I just got to remember.
Or
there's
apply
so many
for that Google Stream, dude.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. Either way, I'll probably play it at some point because it, it's got my interest. There's enough people that are hyped about it.
Yeah, for sure. So that's what you've been playing?
Yeah, that's what I've been playing, and I've only played like 2 out of the 5 worlds, so it's got a really Kirby style world system. You know what I mean? Like you're in the atmosphere and you're like floating around and you like look at the planet you want to go to and you like fly to that. I don't know, it's tight.
Nice. So more on that next week.
Yeah.
Sweet. We're gonna jump into the topic of the show, guys. This week it's the most ambitious game crossovers we've yet to see that we want to see. We basically made these up. It's almost like fan fiction in all reality right now. What we're about to do is about to be just hot and steamy. No, I'm just kidding. No, it probably won't be hot and steamy, but it's fanfic. These are the crossovers we want, and we're gonna kind of explain how we want it to work. But
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Usually, I have like a never-ending list. You know what I mean? But
this one takes thought.
This one, I had to work pretty late yesterday, so I didn't have enough time to put like as much thought as I usually do into it. But I feel like I still got a few gems in here. You know what I mean?
Jimbos.
I got some Jimbos. But why don't you start it off? Set it off. Get it popping.
All right, I'm gonna set the mood. All right, candles lit.
I'm gonna set the mood. You like sensuously adjust the mic. Like.
Okay, so first off, I'm gonna start with my least interesting one. A Pokemon Tycoon game, either a zoo or like a town setting.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, like I feel
that would be really dope. I like that.
And and like you just basically
just Pokemon Tycoon. You don't even
just move into a town and like make your own like pallet town or like build it up.
That'd be fucking sick.
You got to run your Poke Center and your
start a town
Pokemart,
and you see, yeah, dude, you put a gym in and shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly.
And like as your town gets better, they're like, hey, we're you got a nice town, so we're gonna up the like rank of your gym, so like instead of being the first gym that the trainers have to fight, you get your rank changed to like the 5th, you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Exactly. No, I like that. And
so you get to the home of the Elite Four. What?
Oh yeah.
That's why they'll like make references to Pallet Town, be like, yeah, Pallet Town used to be the shit, man. Giovanni was there, and the Elite Four, and
and like and I want it to be like the latest Zoo Tycoon where you could go into like third person and like play as one of the people that runs the town, or like say you want to like battle in the gym, you can go down and actually see the Pokemon and battle, stuff like that. I think that would be fun.
That would be fun.
Sweet.
So, okay, I'm going to also start with my most boring one, and probably the most generic one that I came up with. But, it makes sense, and it probably will happen at some point. An Uncharted and Tomb Raider crossover. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't happened.
It makes sense. I mean, they're virtually the same game with like a male and a female character. So, like, can you imagine, like, the crossover would be fun? I mean, it would be tight. It would be like I don't know.
Will it be called...
like a more brutal Uncharted, but a more funny Tomb Raider. You know what I mean? Like, it would be great. It would really play on the strengths and weaknesses of both games. Like,
yeah, it'll be, like, way more violent.
And they could, like, form, like, a love connection. Because you never really see, like, Lara Croft in love, and, like...
She don't need no man.
Yeah, exactly.
Tomb-charted, dude.
Tomb-charted, bro. Oh, yeah.
Or untombed.
Uncharted Raiders, bro.
And so, my next one is a little super ambitious. So I want to create the Rare VGU, which is the Rare Video Game Universe. Think Marvel, like the MCU, but with Rare. So basically, I want the developers to just, they need to strap in for the long haul, like Marvel did with like Iron Man, knowing that eventually it was going to lead to Avengers and all that stuff. But basically, each of the major franchises need to have a very strong reboot title, like a Conquer, with like a good origin, Perfect Dark, have like a really nice like setup, and then 007, just call it 007. I feel like it'd be easier to get the licensing for just like the title, or like maybe just like a game based on a random 007, and then maybe even Battletoads and Killer Instinct. But and they can be like the Ant-Man, to like that whole setup. But basically, I want them all to build up to where the games start, like at the end of each game, there's like a hint or like a Easter egg throughout the game that kind of like points to the other game, and all of a sudden they all meet up. And I want it to be all the adult Rare games, like I don't want Banjo in there and stuff like that.
Okay, I can see that.
And I want.
What would the final game be that it would all build up to?
See, that's where I had
like a Smash Bros type game, or
no. They all come together to fight to fight something, but I don't know what. I was thinking maybe like maybe like a giant Microsoft. No, I'm just kidding. A giant Kinect. Like, I think that would be really funny if it was because Rare left and like basically only made Kinect games for like the past 10 years and like destroyed their company. Like they could even throw Sea of Thieves in there now that they've got that.
Oh yeah, they really could. There's a lot you could do with that.
But like, since they're typically humorous, like they could do something like that, like create this giant mech like out of Kinects or something, and then I don't know. I think that'd be fun.
I could get behind that.
That's just something for me, honestly. I just want to see all the Rare games rebooted and put together. So.
That would be tight. Okay, so I got an idea. All right, so let's just say. Okay, imagine this, right?
I'm in it.
Just imagine this. It starts out, and you're playing Mass Effect, right?
Okay.
Okay, you're Commander Shepard, and you're like flying up to the mass relay. Okay.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, like your ship driver is like, "Hey, we're getting some weird readings out of this mass relay. I don't know what's going on. It's pulling us in." And then suddenly you just get launched, and it's like, "I don't know," so you get shot out into some weird dimension, right?
I think I know where we're going with this.
Do you know where we're going with this?
Are we going where I think we're going?
You pull up, and in the distance, they're like, "Is that a planet? Is that a ship? No, it's a ring." And you pull up. Oh. Dude, it would be dope, bro.
No.
Halo, dude. Halo Mass Effect. That'd be so dope.
I do like that idea.
Like a Mass Effect type game set in the Halo universe. You know what I mean? With like characters from both series. You know what I mean? Even like aliens from both series. That'd be some crazy shit.
They all just like tripped into that same fucking relay.
Well, like Halo, it would be set in the Halo universe.
Yeah, so you got like the Covenant and stuff. Maybe you got to help out Chief.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I think that's a good idea.
And then maybe like at the end of the game, I don't know. Did you ever finish Mass Effect? I don't want to ruin Mass Effect.
You can ruin Mass Effect for me.
Maybe at the end of the game, like the fucking like Reapers come through, and like as Master Chief, you have to like go fight like the Reapers or some shit.
Oh shit! Like it turns out he's the only reason that like the entire Mass Effect world was safe.
Shit, that'd be crazy. Okay, what if you did it in reverse, right? What if it's a first-person shooter set in the Mass Effect world?
Yeah.
Okay, and you play as Master Chief, and you do all this fucked up shit, but you end up accidentally starting, like you said, the whole Reaper process back in the...
Yeah, like maybe like the... Pretty sure there's a mosquito in here. No, it starts out like there's like fucking Halo that got sucked in by the mass relay or whatever.
Oh.
And so like he's got to destroy that Halo
What if the Halos are mass relays, bro?
Oh my god. And they just like tie in the
Oh shit, the lore like fuses together.
Oh my gosh. Somebody would have to own both of those together.
That would be crazy though, dude.
It would. Speaking of merging lores, my next one is called Ninja's Creed.
Oh shit.
So the main character,
I got one like this too.
Whoever the character is in this one, I don't know who it would be, but you visit the memory of either Ayami or Rikimaru in feudal Japan to find pieces of Eden, and those are the characters from Tenchu. So like that
would be dope.
Yeah, and you always have the option to either play as the girl or the dude in Tenchu. So like it works out perfectly with how Odyssey is set up now.
Yeah, it would totally work out with like the historical thing too, with like feudal Japan and shit.
Yeah, but see, like so a mix of the two games. There's a lot of like supernatural shit that goes on in Tenchu, but like I think that would work out with basically as like a side thing, like in the Assassin's Creed games. They could just be like, yeah, what the fuck happened back there, like like almost like, oh well, maybe some of the memories got a little jogged or something or fucked up,
Yeah, that would totally make sense.
But anyways, yeah, I thought that would be pretty cool. That would be the only reason I would play Assassin's Creed. So
okay, I got an Assassin's Creed one too, Assassin's Creed crossover. So like, well, hang on, I'll tell you about it.
Oh shit, we're about to get dramatic.
I got to set these up.
All right, get it hot, dude.
So you can really feel what my image is.
Light a candle.
So like, you step in, right? You start out in the like Assassin's Creed lab, and they're like strapping you into the Animus. You know what I mean? Right?
Yo, what are you doing?
And they're like, we have to go back to your closest living relative who was an assassin. And then you're like, okay. And so they plug you in, and then all of a sudden you wake up and it's like, good evening, Agent 47. Your next target is, and like you starts out, it's like Hitman, dude.
He's still
Assassin's
alive.
Creed Hitman, bro. You know what I mean?
Well, see, they've reached the point now in the games where like you don't have to be related to the person, right? You just have to have a DNA sample of the person you want to live the memories out. So you don't even have to be related.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure about that. I think you're right because they're doing it for like commercial.
Yeah.
Like you can come buy memories if you want to see something cool, whatever.
So like, yeah, like they're just like, we think this guy has seen some stuff.
But they have to extract the memories from somewhere. So I mean,
it's just the DNA. Like they just got to have the person's DNA, a sample of it. I was doing all the research on this before I did my thing. So
I think this could work out still either way. You know what I mean? Like
a good hitman never leaves his DNA at the crime scene.
Exactly. No. I don't know. You could figure out some way to make it cool.
Yeah, well, maybe he's been dead for a while. Like it's, maybe.
Well, maybe this is like way in the future.
Yeah, there we go.
Assassin's Creed Advanced Warfare.
That could work too. Or like have like Call of Duty multiplayer, but one person plays as an assassin.
Oh, that'd be tight, dude.
Yeah,
that would be really tight.
So, my main one, I'm probably just gonna have to fuck around and think of some other ones because I thought we'd have way more to talk about on these. I guess I didn't put as much thought into it as I thought I did.
Oh, I got a couple.
That's fine. You can bust those out. My number one is The Legend of Zelda: A Friend in Time. So it starts out you're playing as Mario, or like it's showing a cutscene of Mario, and he like gets into this castle. And like he runs up and like you see the blonde hair like from behind the princess, and he runs up and she turns around and it's Zelda, and she's like, your princess is in another castle. And
shit.
But you just saved Zelda. So like, and Link pops up like in a hurry, like Link drops down and he's like out of breath. He was like coming to save her, but you beat him there, not even realizing.
So you gotta help him now, because
no, he's got to help you because you just saved Zelda at the very beginning.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. And
so you're playing as Mario, but in more of like a Zelda setting.
Well, no. Zelda's gonna come on over to Mario, or it's gonna be a mix of. So Link must help Mario in a 3D platformer co-op adventure. So like that's my idea. Is like they're going to save Peach. He kind of like they're both silent protagonists, so Zelda is kind of like the mediator and like translator between the actions, and she's like, you both need to go and help Peach, like it's like since Mario did your job or whatever, it's more of like a comedic, like lighthearted version of the game.
That'd be dope.
Just I can already picture it happening, and I would love that. And like it's two people can play it.
Yeah, I can totally see you fighting like Mario style enemies with like Zelda weapons. You know what I mean? Like like bows and bombs and stuff, and like uncovering secret rooms with bombs and shit. That'd be cool.
Yeah, and it's very puzzle based. Like that you have like the whole Mario platformer aspect to it, but there's only certain things that Link can open. And certain things that Mario can open are like you have to work together to get to the next part.
And like certain like caps, like maybe certain caps do different things for Link and different things for Mario. Like Mario could get a wing cap, but the red, Link cap would be different. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I could see that being really cool. I was thinking, man, if you're gonna do like a Legend of Zelda crossover, it'd be tight to cross it over with like Shadow of the Colossus, where you're like climbing up them.
That makes sense. I'm surprised they didn't do that. Well, I guess because it's on PlayStation, but
I feel like it would be tight to just do like a Legend of the Colossus, and it's like Legend of Zelda and the Shadow of the Colossus.
That would be really cool.
Okay, this one's gonna sound stupid, but I think it'd be tight since it's kind of got similar animation. You know that Star Wars, the Clone Wars animated series?
Yes.
What if you did like a Fortnite style game based on that? Like, what if Fortnite just had a game mode where everybody was like dressed like a fucking Jedi and like got lightsabers and shit?
That would
fucking
be dope.
Like hopped around the map with force powers, like slicing each other up. I mean, I know they could do it because they did that Thanos game mode.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
definitely. I was thinking another cool crossover just popped up in my head would be Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, where like you go back as CJ, like somehow you like trip into the past or something, or like there could be some funny way that they end up meeting up. And I specifically want CJ in that world, not vice versa. I think that would be really funny.
Oh hell no!
Yeah.
Be like Django, but like way better. Like,
oh my gosh, that's how you could make a Django game.
Hell yeah, dude!
I feel like that'd be dope.
That would be fucking dope. Okay, so like, what if you had like a Star Wars Metroid crossover somehow?
Star Wars Metroid crossover. That would be really hard to do, but I think it could work.
I mean, would it though? Why would it be hard to do?
Just because Metroid is all about like loneliness and all about like just kind of like existing in this like somber, like desolate area, like place, And then whenever you bring Star Wars into it, it just suddenly turns, like all these like, like just crazy noises, and like it takes away from like the darkness of it. I don't know, something about the sci-fi like the music that they play and all that stuff in that game, the ambiance is what I'm thinking. But I mean, I'm not saying it couldn't be done. I'm just saying I don't know how it would be done. What are your thoughts on it?
Oh, I think it would play like a traditional Metroid game, but it'd be like set in the Star Wars universe. You know what I mean? So you'd constantly like be fighting Jedis, and like I don't know, you'd play kind of like a Boba Fett style character where you like are off by yourself the whole time and like busting shit. I don't know. It'd be cool. But you'd have to figure out a way to get into that galaxy. And I think that's the only real issue there, is like figuring out a way to get to that far, far away galaxy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Is Ridley still there?
I don't know.
It's all this happening.
I mean, that's all the questions that can be answered by this great
video game. I like it.
Let's see. Let's see what else I got here. Okay, this one's I think would work really well. What if you mix together Earthbound and Undertale?
See, I've never played either of them, so you're going to have to explain how that would work.
Well, I mean, aside from the both having the old school art style, you know what I mean? They're both kind of lighthearted, They both have pretty basic combat elements. Like, I don't know, I just feel like they're very similar games and would work well together.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Let's find something a little more fun here. Okay, what if you had Detroit Become Human, right?
Okay.
Okay, you with me here? You're in the Detroit Become Human world, but you're Batman.
Dude, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
Especially with those graphics. Or maybe, like, yeah, it's just, like, set.
And I want it to play like an Arkham City style game, you know? So it's just in that setting where there's, like, androids and shit all over the place, you know? And you're, like, a futuristic Batman, you know what I mean? You got, like, this crazy futuristic suit.
You know,
and maybe fucking, like, what's the butler's name? Arnold? Alfred. Alfred's, like, an android.
that would be cool. That seems like something that you'd see in like the 90s. I remember whenever I was a kid, I had this Batman action figure that was like a futuristic Batman, like exactly like what you were talking about.
Yeah.
I wish I remember what that was based on or what that's even about. I feel like it wasn't even based on anything. I remember I had like a Batman with like a yellow fucking like suit. Like it was weird. What the fuck was up with toys in the 90s?
Dude, I don't know, man.
This shit made no sense.
Make no sense.
Anyways, sorry.
Let's see. You got more over there?
I'm trying to think of something. No, because I did like 5.
Okay, let me blast a few more at you.
Yeah, blast them at me.
Maybe I'll spark some. So what if you had like Sonic the Hedgehog, but like Lego?
That would be pretty cool.
Lego Sonic the Hedgehog. And it's still side-scrolling, but everything just looks Lego-y.
But see, like I want to get like super crossover where like characters are meeting, and I think Sonic would be dope in something that involves like actual humans, since he's already been like in a game where he like basically makes out with a chick, like a real life chick, or not makes out with her, but he's like in love with her. I forget which one that is. There's like a Sonic game. I think it was on the original, or no, it was on Xbox 360, where like he has like a girlfriend who's just a human girl. Like it's like every.
Actually, I think I know what you're talking
dream,
about.
You know, so like, I want one where he like maybe meets up with like, I don't know, Dixie
the Ninja
Kong.
Turtles.
I want him to somehow get into Donkey Kong Country, and him and Dixie Kong just fuck. Like I don't know.
Dixie Kong.
Yeah, dude.
Dixie Kong isn't a real person.
No. I don't care about that. I don't care if it's a real person. I just like the idea of Sonic just being
fucking
with
something.
it's just fucking something that he shouldn't fuck. Like
like noise he makes when he spins into a ball.
Just, he's the fastest around, and like that's the thing is like
he's the fastest around.
He's got like,
you
know, he just basically jumps from game to game and fucks like different species and
that.
stuff like
Leisure Suit Sonic.
Oh my gosh.
What was Super Seducer Sonic the Hedgehog edition?
Oh my
dude.
yeah.
Fuck yeah. I love it.
Anyways.
Okay, for realsies though, this would be the best crossover ever. Mario and Crazy Taxi.
That could work, but I feel like that's just Mario Kart.
No. It's Crazy Taxi, bro.
But how do you...
There's a big difference between
Is
Crazy
Axel
Taxi.
gonna be there?
No, dude. It's gonna be all Mario characters.
Okay, so...
But it's gonna be set in a Crazy Taxi like environment where you gotta like pick up toads and take them to like the pizza parlor or whatever in New Donk City. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but see, once
you feeling me?
I feel you, but once again with crossovers, I'm talking about crossovers with the characters. Like if you don't keep the characters there.
Well, you could have some of the characters from Crazy Taxi in, you know?
Yeah, like maybe Axel or whatever his name is just like driving. Like in the cutscene, and he like starts like he almost is about to get into an accident, and he swerves and he slides into a painting, like a graffiti painting on the wall.
Oh, and he goes through it.
He goes through the painting, and ends up in the Super Mario world. And
I think some of the levels would just be like normal cities from Crazy Taxi too. You know what I mean? Like you'd have like Mario people in the normal cities, Crazy Taxi people in the Mario worlds.
You'd be like, whoa. Crazy Taxi.
Like you could have like say you got like a level in the Donkey Kong world, and you gotta like take people to like from like the banana fucking I don't know bank to the fucking like movie theater. I don't know, you know.
It's just like the picture above their head.
That would be awesome, and like you get like big ones and they'll like shake the car and shit. Like,
and the music, like it'll have like classic like Mario songs playing or like remixed. You know, it's like DK. Donkey Kong.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get me. You're picking up what I'm putting
I get you. I'm picking it up, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got.
Those
were
some good crossovers. I think like we would not be very good at fan fiction. we didn't get into the gritty details of like the characters and stuff, but like I don't know. I think what we did choose would be cool. We just need somebody to write it for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're not writers.
We're idea makers.
Yeah.
You know?
We're the guys that come up with the concept for the toy, and then some hardworking man comes in, or woman, or
yeah. Why is it got to be a man, Jamal? God
I don't
damn.
know, dude. It's a shitty job, you know. So like, I don't.
Oh, so women can't do shitty jobs?
They
Jamal?
could. I was just trying to be courteous.
Oh, so they need your courtesy, Jamal? No, I'm just kidding.
I just like jump off a building. Like, oh, so you just kill yourself? No.
So you want to be respectful?
Look, okay, anybody can work the shitty job. Anyone can have it. All I'm saying is that me and Brent, we don't do the shitty job. We do the thinking. Okay, anyway. No, let's jump on over to the People's Champ, guys. Who's the People's Champ this week, Brent? I heard it's a dude who's got some good questions.
Man, I heard the same damn thing. Hold up.
Well, yeah.
Because you're about to know all about that.
If you guys haven't noticed, we're stalling.
We're not stalling. We're just making you wait for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Thomas Shepard says to us, if you had to be transformed into an animal for the rest of your life, which animal would it be?
Ooh. Well, I mean, for the rest of my life, I wonder if I can talk. Like, do I still have the human capability?
No,
the human
you
ability
definitely can't talk.
Speech.
You can't talk, but let's just be generous and say you get all your memories and stuff still.
That's terrifying. That's literally, why would I want that? Because now I'm in a body that probably will only last about 10 years.
You don't want that. You have to do that.
So man.
You have to. Like, let's say you're either going to get shot in the head right now, or you're going to get turned into an animal of your choosing. But you still get to be smart.
But you can't talk.
You can't talk.
You can't do shit. Like,
I mean,
you got to go survive like
shit.
an animal.
You can definitely do shit. You just can't do people shit.
Okay, what animal would you be if you couldn't do people shit?
I'll tell you exactly what animal I would be. I would be a bald eagle, bro.
That's fucking crazy. Why would you want to be a bald eagle, though?
Because you can't legally kill them, and I could fly around. That'd be dope.
But you're bald.
Not really.
Yeah, dude.
I got feathers up on my
They're
dome.
called bald eagles.
Bald eagles are dope, dude. They're like the
They
predators of the bird world. Nobody fucks with bald eagles, and I'm pretty sure they have a decent lifespan too. Hang on, let me look this up.
I think I would be a African gray parrot.
Yeah, they live to be like 100 years old, and they actually can talk. So let's just say
that's why I would do it.
If you're an African gray, I guess it's fair. You can talk.
I could like talk to my family and be like, "Help! I'm Jamal and a parrot," and then they'd be like, "Haha, you're funny, parrot," and then I'd cry.
You're funny, parrot. Oh, okay, bald eagles only live like 20 years in the wild.
Yeah, dude, it's time to move on up. Time to evolve into an African gray parrot.
See, okay, the thing is, I would rather live... Oh, look, okay, they can live like 38 years in captivity.
Or...
Oh, wait, there's one here that lived for like 50 years in captivity. But
that's the exception.
That is the exception. But I mean, the thing is, like, I would rather live 20 years young and wild and free.
I don't think you're young and wild for all 20 years of the... Just imagine like how a human grows and gets old, gets older. it's not like the eagle's born and stays young
No.
till it dies of young age.
See, no, that's why eagles in the wild die at 20 and eagles in the captivity die at 38, because fucking eagles in the wild lose their ability to fly when they get old and die.
Are you going to be in captivity?
No, hell no. That's what I was just saying. I want 20 years out in the flying the world, bro.
So
20 years, I'm going to get old and I'll probably just die from like the lack of ability to fly.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you still get old.
Yeah, but I still got a good 20 years, as opposed to like sitting in a cage for 80 years. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
You know what I mean?
That's true. Oh, I guess so, but like I'd be a
I mean, I'm sure I could think, if I really thought hard, I could think of another animal that's got like freedom like that, you know, and probably lives longer. But like, I feel like you get almost like a untouchable card with the bald eagle. Nobody's gonna shoot a bald eagle unless you're just a total dick, you know.
And you'd have like such a beautiful view of the earth.
Yeah, think about it. Just imagine like soaring over the United States, just like looking at everything. It'd be fucking tight, dude.
That would be cool. And my second, favorite animal that I would go to, maybe a silverback gorilla.
Oh, that would be neat.
I feel like they look like they have like really bad lower back pain, but like I feel like other than that, you'd be like king of the jungle, baby.
Yeah, nobody would fuck with you, that's for sure.
Yeah, dude, and I could still like pick things up with my opposable thumbs and like.
I wouldn't mind being like a tiger or something too. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, dude. I think it'd be cool to be a tiger
or a lion.
Actually,
a lion would probably be cooler than a tiger.
On like a reservation or something. So
on a reservation would be dope, because then you'd just be chilling, getting fed all day.
You just got like your whole pride, you know. You just got all these bitches just laying around.
Fuck
just like, yo, Nala. You know, like none of them have ever seen Lion King because they
I feel
weren't
like an
people.
elephant would be tight too. You know, because like nobody would fuck with an elephant, but also elephants aren't really going to be like.
They get poached, dude.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
Unless you're on a
res.
res.
Okay, maybe like a female elephant, so they're not going to be like poaching you for your tusks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so you're changing your gender and animal or like and body completely.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's like double the experience.
Yeah.
I'm also going back to the 1950s.
Changing the time period. Life was a lot different for elephants in the 1950s.
Lots more weird old photos of Indian guys riding on us. No, anyways, let's go.
Great
Thanks,
question, Thomas.
Yes.
That was wonderful. Let's see. Going on to listener questions, we've got Dylan Parton. He says,
DP.
Heading to Germany. Do I buy the projector and play Wolfenstein, the new Colossus, out my hotel window?
Yes, it's legal now.
It's legal now.
Yeah, that's what they're all doing right now.
It's exactly what I don't think anybody will be offended if you do that.
No. You should just play specifically the part with Hitler.
Yeah, I think it'll be totally... I think everybody will be happy that you did that.
To remind them of all of their crimes.
They probably won't be upset.
All of their war
at
crimes. Actually, and scream America as you do it.
Yeah. And burn the German flag on the fucking, like, out the window as well.
Don't burn the German flag.
You might as well if you're going to do that.
That's true. Why stop there?
Yeah, right. So, let's see. Okay, we got Chad McClain here. He says, when filming a Tomb Raider porno, should she use the guns or not use the guns? Asking for a friend.
You're not asking for a friend.
So, I mean, if I use the guns, you mean like pleasure herself with the guns? I say no. Because that's not promoting gun safety, okay?
When has porn promoted anything other than porn?
Hey, did you watch Busty Cops, bro? They didn't point those guns at anybody but the bad guys. You know what I'm saying?
But those bad guys are actors.
When the Dickens starts,
oh my god,
the guns. I can't think of anything clever that rhymes. But you got to put the guns away, dude. You know?
I personally think to make sure that this is a good film, to make sure that it's accurate, you should use whatever props are there.
No,
You know,
I mean, it's
like,
cool if she's
look,
got the guns.
as long
but,
as
like,
it's on safety. You got the
No,
safety
no,
on.
no.
You don't put your finger on the trigger.
No,
You
no,
keep your
no.
finger straight on the outside, and then so you want to go down. Like I don't think you would point the actual like the you know the fucking what gun. You know the anatomy of a gun. I'm just saying like
just don't point it at people,
but don't point it at your own vagina.
Well, how are you gonna?
Just rub the side, you know. Or maybe you can
You're gonna get a bunch of people thinking it's sexy to be having sex with guns, and then everybody's gonna be shooting each other's privets off. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a bunch of dickless people walking around, fucking.
My thing is, if you actually do that, you know, all we're doing is we're helping the population. You know, it's like population control. We're stopping the people that would literally put guns to their vaginas. You know, like it's a prop. It's a movie. You know, like it's Hollywood. You know.
I'm just saying. You know.
So you're saying no guns?
I'm saying no guns.
Could she at least use like like her bow? Like, does that count? Does she get to use her bow?
I mean, she can use whatever she wants to use, you know. I'm not
the
feeling
arrows,
that
maybe?
Personally. No. Arrows are like pointy. Are you gonna use the fucking little stick end? Like what?
Can she use her like little circle glasses?
Again,
like there's got to be something.
Again, she could definitely wear the circle glasses. Maybe wear the guns on her hip. Even she could have the guns on.
Okay, so the
That'd
guns
cool.
can be there.
Yeah, they can be there. I don't want them like used as like dildos. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I'm saying. You know, like it's cool if she's got the guns. She's gonna have the guns. She's Tomb Raider. You know what I mean? So I mean, I guess okay. It's mandatory for the guns to be there, but like I don't want them used in the sex.
My thing is there's already got to be some porn out there that's exactly that, where somebody's.
Sure.
So what harm is it going to do if we just throw a Tomb Raider one out there? I mean, you know,
it probably already is a Tomb Raider one.
No, but I'm saying this one specifically using the gun. Like I just okay. All right, Brent says no gun. I say.
I'm just saying it's not my preference, you know. You know, we're in America. You know, you want to go blast your vagina off, you know, like go for it.
Go do that in Canada.
Yeah.
No, just I say guns are accepted. Anyways,
all right, we've got Alex over here, and he says, "What underrated or underappreciated game do you wish got more attention?"
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with Sleeping Dogs today. I think that game was good and it needed more attention.
I'm gonna say Super Mario Party for the Switch. I feel like just because not enough people are talking about it.
Yeah, no, it's a dope ass game.
It really is. Like normally, like whenever a game drops, I'll see a bunch of people posting on Twitter about it and stuff like that. I've only seen like one person say anything about Super Mario Switch, and it's a hella good game.
It really is.
If you got a Switch, get it. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about that. But yeah, anyways, that's it for listener questions, guys. If you want to post some questions for us to answer, like maybe, you know, would Master Chief use his helmet? And like, just, you know, go on over to the Facebook group or, you know, comment on YouTube, or you can just tweet at us, do whatever. But anyways, yeah, Brent's going to take us on a little journey real quick to round out the show. It's This Week in Gaming History.
That's right. This week in gaming history, we're going back to October 11th, 2004.
What console?
It was the Wii, I believe.
Really? On the Wii?
I believe.
Fucking A.
It might be the Wii U. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think, no, it's the Wii.
It's definitely the Wii.
The
Back
Wii.
in 2004.
The Wii.
And it was only for the Wii?
I think so, mate.
Was it the Conduit?
No, mate, no.
Mario Galaxy?
No, mate, no.
Am I even close?
No. Well, you're very close with the Mario.
Okay.
It's a Mario game.
Oh, new Super Mario Brothers?
No, mate, no.
Oh.
No.
Paper Mario.
Yes, mate. It's Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door.
The dolls.
I might have been on GameCube or something. I don't really remember.
So many
It was
doors.
one of those, you know. But it was a dope ass game, man. Fucking all the Paper Mario games are actually really good.
That would have been GameCube.
Yeah, it probably
for
was
sure.
GameCube. Sorry about that. Little mishap. I know there was one on Wii too, though. Actually, I think they might have ported this one to Wii. Either way, it was a dope game. And
Yeah.
it came out in 2004, and it came out on October 11th. So there you are.
This week.
This week in gaming history. Also, on October 12th, 2013,
What console?
Well, it is the console that came out.
Oh,
Ha ha.
the 2013
2013.
the Wii U.
Mm-mm. It's like an upgrade of an existing console, or a downgrade, depending on how you look at it.
What the fuck? All right, just give me the answer.
The Nintendo 2DS came out.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like console. That's what I was like. That's like mid console cycle. I feel like. But, anyways, sweet. The 2DS. That was it's like the 3DS without the 3.
Yeah.
Without the
little
main
bottom loop at the end of the 3.
But see, I'm not about the 3D and the 3DS anyways. So it's whatever.
Well, there you have
It's
it,
cheaper.
guys. That was this week.
That was this week, guys. Remember, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of CreateForSanity.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast directories. Be sure to submit any questions you want read on the show to GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group, which is facebook.com/group/GameSpeak Podcast. Check out our video content here on YouTube. All you have to do is search Create for Sanity. It's all one word. Be sure to subscribe. Hit that like button. All that bullshit that people on YouTube tell you to do. Do it for us.
Smash the like button.
Smash it.
Isn't that what they say on YouTube?
Obliterate it.
Smash that like button.
Fucking A. And if you want to stay up to date with you boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle Aljaafreh Jamal and Brent at Brent has one. That's the number 1. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Until next time, listeners. Later.